What's up, everybody? I'm ASX and welcome to Team Next Phase, where we make daily content on TCGs, games, collectibles, and more. Today, you guys, Pokemon Company has gone and done it again. They have created a brand new battle mechanic, and today we're going to be diving into the Pokemon V-Union. Alright guys, so before we get started, mini disclaimer here, all the visuals and information from today is coming straight from Pokebeach.com, your ultimate Pokemon TCG fan site. It is a great site. If you guys have never gone and checked it out, they are on top of it when it comes to Pokemon news, so if you want to be in the know, definitely go check them out. Alright you guys, so Pokemon Company has gone and done it again, switching up the Pokemon TCG with the brand new battle mechanic, Pokemon V-Union. And mark your calendars because on September 24th, retailing for $29.99 each, we are getting 3 brand new Pokemon special collection boxes that contain the 3 brand new Pokemon V-Union cards. Our 3 brand new V-Union Pokemon are Mewtwo, Greninja, and Zashian VUnion. 3 very awesome Pokemon, 3 very popular Pokemon as well, at least in my opinion, but I think you would agree. Definitely 3 very popular Pokemon. Also, kind of find interesting, it's kind of a Pokemon from, you know, the very beginning, the kind of the middle, and then the very end where we're at now here in the Galar region. So very cool that they've chosen those 3 Pokemon to start off the V-Union. And actually just yesterday it was announced that at least in Japan there is going to be a Pikachu V. Of course there is going to be a Pikachu V-Union card. I think I just said Pikachu V, but a Pikachu V-Union card coming out as well. And guys, it is going to be amazing. From what it sounds like, I think they are going to have more than just those 4 V-Union cards as well. I'm not quite sure what other Pokemon they're talking about yet, but I have heard that there may be some more on the horizon. I don't know, we will see. But these 4 to start off with are very cool, and we'll take a deeper dive, take a nice close look, and really see how these cards are going to affect the Pokemon TCG. Now, before we dive into the attacks and the abilities of each of the new Pokemon V-Union, I just want to go over how you actually get those cards into play. So, in your 60 card deck, you are going to have 4 Greninja V-Union cards, 4 Mewtwo, 4 Zashian V-Union cards, whichever V-Union Pokemon you're using. And you need to get those V-Union cards into your discard pile. All 4 of them need to be into your discard pile in order for you to place them onto your bench. So that is going to be the same across the board for any V-Union Pokemon in order to get them into play. Now let's take a look at the attacks and the abilities of Greninja V-Union. For 1 colorless energy, we have Union Gain, and you will see this Union Gain across all 3 V-Union Pokemon cards we are going to be looking at today. They are a little bit unique to each of those Pokemon for the type of Pokemon that they are, but each of these Union Gain attacks allows you to attach up to 2, in this case for Greninja, 2 water energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So it is a great way of energy acceleration to your V-Union cards. Our next attack is pretty huge. For 1 water energy, only 1 energy, we're doing Aqua Edge for 130 damage. No extra effects or anything on this attack. It is pretty plain, but for 1 energy, being able to do 130 damage right off the bat is going to be huge, and you're going to be able to get some quick knockouts. In our next attack for Greninja V-Union, we have an interesting one. For 2 water energy and 1 colorless energy, we have Twister Shuriken. This attack does 100 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. You don't apply weakness and resistance to the bench Pokemon, but you are going to be able to do 100 damage each to each bench Pokemon, which is going to be huge. That means, you know, 2 round knockouts of Dedennes and Crobat Vs. It's going to be probably 1 turn knockouts for a lot of 1 prize card decks. You're going to be able to knock off cards like Snom, so Frostmoth can't be played to accelerate to other water energy decks. You're going to be able to knock off, you know, any Galarian Zigzagoons that got put on the bench, on your opponent's bench, and got damage counters put on you. You'll be able to take them out in one quick swipe with Twister Shuriken. Our last and final attack, Waterfall Bind, for 2 water energy and 1 colorless energy, is doing a massive 180 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon, and it doesn't allow them to retreat that Pokemon on their next turn. So this one is going to be big, so you can get a 2-turn knockout with Waterfall Bind, and I think is going to probably be the attack that is used most for Greninja VUnion. Now let's take a look at the abilities for Greninja VUnion. The first ability, Ninja Body, is an item card killer. Whenever your opponent plays an item card from their hand, prevent all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. So if you are playing a Greninja VUnion, your opponent can say goodbye to Crushing Hammers, goodbye to Escape Ropes, goodbye to any item card that is going to affect your active Pokemon. So this is a great ability to have. Greninja's next ability is Feel the Way. Once during your turn, you may have your opponent reveal their hand. So that may not seem like quite an awesome ability, you know, it doesn't put any damage counters or, you know, fix any effects or anything like that, but it can be a way to strategize heavily. You're going to be able to see your opponent's hand when they can't see your hand, and you're going to be able to strategize and kind of, you know, play to how, you know, you think they're going to play their cards in their hand. So I think that is going to be very useful, and you can use that once during your turn, every turn that you have. So I do really think that is going to be an ability that is used all the time with Greninja VUnion. Our next VUnion card is Zashian VUnion, and this is an interesting one because Zashian VUnion actually has no abilities at all. It is an attack powerhouse, and as you will see here, guys, we are starting off with the Union Gain attack like the other Greninja VUnion card has. Allows us here on Zacian to attach up to 2 metal energy from our discard pile. So we are accelerating our energy to our Zacian to get his massive attacks off here. For our first Zacian attack, it is a big one. Dance of the Crown Sword for 2 metal energy and 1 colorless energy. It allows you to do a nice whopping 150 damage, but during your opponent's next turn, their defending Pokemon's attacks do 150 less damage. So that is going to be huge. I don't think we've seen an attack on a Pokemon card like this before. Doing 150 less damage is going to make your opponent have to totally switch up their strategy in order to knock out your Zashian VUnion. For our next attack, we have a pretty plain one, Steel Cut for 2 metal energy and 1 colorless energy. You do a massive 200 damage. That is going to be useful in pretty much any situation. You're going to be wanting to do as much damage as you can. But what's amazing about this attack is that you do not lose anything. You do not lose any energy cards at all from doing this attack. So you can do 200 damage turn after turn after turn after turn and just absolutely dominate the board. We save the best for last in Zashian's attacks, the Master Blade attack. For 3 metal energy and 1 colorless energy, you are doing a massive 340 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. You do have to discard 3 energy from Zacian in order to do this attack, but with its Union Gain attack and some other trainer cards, it is going to be pretty easy to be able to accelerate the energy back onto Zacian to be able to attack again. This attack, doing 340 damage, is going to be able to take out pretty much any, if not all, of the Pokemon VMAXs that we have right now, and you are going to be winning some games with this attack. Last but certainly not least, in what has become my favorite Pokemon VUnion card so far, is Mewtwo VUnion. Let's take a close look at Mewtwo VUnion's attacks. As I said before, guys, with Zashian VUnion and Greninja VUnion, Mewtwo also has the Union Gain attack, allowing you to attach up to 2 psychic energy from your discard pile to Mewtwo VUnion. In our first attack, which isn't necessarily an attack, but is going to be big if you like more tanky decks, if you like to stall a little bit more, if you just like to upset your opponent, you are going to be playing the Mewtwo V-Union with the super regeneration. For 2 psychic energy and 1 colorless energy, you are able to heal 200 damage for Mewtwo V-Union, which is huge. That is going to completely negate some attacks that a lot of the attacks that the Pokemon V cards do, and you are just going to be able to tank it out and really upset your opponent, because they're not going to be able to knock out your Mewtwo V-Union being able to heal 200 damage. Now we're getting into Mewtwo V-Union's real first attack, Psysplosion. For 2 psychic energy and 1 colorless energy, you're able to put 16 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So this is going to be a great attack. You're going to be able to put damage counters on the active Pokemon as well as your opponent's benched Pokemon. So if they've moved any Pokemon to the bench to get them out of the active spot and try to save them, and they just have a couple damage counters left, you're able to put a few of those damage counters from Mewtwo V-Union onto that Pokemon and knock them out and get a few prize cards. So I think you're definitely going to see Psysplosion on the Mewtwo V-Union used quite a bit. Mewtwo's final attack is a huge one, guys. For 3 psychic energy and 1 colorless energy, we are doing the final burn attack for 300 damage. That is insane. You are going to be getting knockouts left and right and winning so many Pokemon TCG battles. Now on to Mewtwo V-Union's one and only ability, Photon Barrier. It prevents all effects of attacks of your opponent's Pokemon, not including damage, but it does allow you to not be put asleep, poisoned, burned, or paralyzed, which is great. It keeps your Mewtwo V-Union on the offense. Now that we've taken a closer look at all 3 V-Union cards, let me know down in the comments below which V-Union card do you believe is going to be used the most. I personally believe it is going to be the Zashian V. Metal decks are getting more popular and more popular throughout time here, and they are very tanky, and this Zacian is going to do just that, but also be able to deal massive damage, especially with that Master Blade attack doing 340 damage. That is going to be huge, so that's why I really think you're going to be seeing Zacian the most. The second most used V-Union card, I believe, is going to be Mewtwo V-Union. Reason being is because it has some great attacks, as well as that ability to allow you to not have any special conditions on Mewtwo V-Union. So I definitely think you'll be seeing Mewtwo V-Union in a lot more psychic decks moving forward. As for the third most used V-Union card, I do believe it's going to be Greninja VUnion. Greninja is a fan favorite, but after looking at the Mewtwo and the Zashian VUnion cards, I think those just shine a little bit more with the attacks that they have, being able to deal massive damage. But I am not going to count out this Greninja VUnion. It does have that Twister Shuriken attack, being able to do 100 damage for just 3 energy to all of your opponent's bench Pokemon is going to be big. So I definitely think you'll still be seeing the Greninja VUnion in a lot of the water decks. I just don't think it's going to be played as often as the Zashian VUnion and the Mewtwo VUnion. Thank you guys so much for coming and checking out this video here today on Team Next Phase, where we do awesome daily content on TCGs, collectibles, and more. I had a great time today discussing the new Pokemon battle mechanic, Pokemon VUnion, with the Mewtwo, the Zacian, and the Greninja. I think are all going to be great cards. Drop down in the comments below, guys, and let me know which is your favorite of the VUnion cards, and also let me know which VUnion card do you think is going to be played the most going forward in the Pokemon TCG. I would definitely love to know. And guys, don't forget to go check out some of the other guys' videos here on Team Next Phase. There is just some amazing content being made here on the channel, and I would love if you guys went and all check that out as well. We got some really awesome stuff coming up in the future, some live events, some in-person live events too, I believe. So it is going to be very cool, guys. Hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell as well, so you will be notified of all of our videos. But until next time, guys, I'll see ya. Peace.